everybody doing tonight, huh? Yeah! Look, I know that I look like the midpoint of an anamorph between Chris Pratt and Donald Trump. But I'm no fan of him either. So I was thinking, how can we get rid of this guy before the election? Everyone's like, well, impeach him. Like, that's not going to happen. So I have devised an idea of how to get rid of Donald Trump from the White House before the 2020 election. Woo. Has anyone ever thought to just guess the password on his Twitter? Like, he's tied to that Twitter, and he does not seem like a, random set of like letters and numbers guy. He's the word password guy. He's I like the idea of just logging in, tweeting out "I'm gay," and then shutting down the account. That would be, he would go into a shame spiral immediately. He abdicates, you get Mike Pence as president, he Gerald Fords his way through the rest of the presidency, and we try and move on from that. Like, I told this to a friend of mine, and he's like, but the FBI would pick you up immediately. I'm like, what are they gonna do to me? Sir, you've been accused of international espionage. I'm like, I guessed his password. It was Ivanka's butt with 3 T's. It wasn't that hard to figure out. So, I recently got back in the dating pool. I was dating a girl who cheated on me and then got pregnant and then gave the kid up for adoption, and I'll never know if it's mine. Moving on. So, but how I found out I was being cheated on was I didn't find her in bed with the guy. I wasn't like going through her phone. What happened was the guy she was cheating on me with saw pictures of us on social media and then came to me and was like, hey man, are you dating this girl? I was like, yes I am. And he goes, I have some bad news for you. I too am dating that girl. It's like when 2 guys wear the same shirt to work. You're just like, this is weird. One of us is going to have to change. So, like, after a year of just being a sad sack, I decided to get back in the pool. I'm not doing Tinder this time. I'm doing an app called Coffee versus Bagel. Technically, it's coffee meets bagel, but love is a battlefield. Coffee versus bagel. Let's go. And the reason I'm doing the dating apps is I realized I have zero ability to flirt in person. It's just something I think that comes with the millennial generation. We're just bad at flirting in real life. Like the last time this happened, the last time I tried to flirt with a person in person was I was out to dinner with my mom. That's a great way to start the story. I was out to dinner with my mom and this British guy who's trying to fuck her. I don't really know where he stands. He's just in her house constantly. I keep asking him, like, so how's it going with the British guy? What's going on? And she's like, he's not my boyfriend. I'm like, he's constantly here. And, like, the sun never sets in the British Empire, I guess. He's just around all the time. But the 3 of us were out to dinner, and this really cute waitress came up. And I think my mom has like a 6th sense for sun boners, but she was immediately like, oh, I know what to do. So I stammered my way through the conversation. The waitress takes her order and leaves. And my mom goes, you should ask her for your number. Thanks, Mom. I'll go ahead and do that. Look, when you look like Syndrome from The Incredibles, you don't ask people for their phone number. You give them your phone number and hope they don't sign you up for spam emails. That's basically all I can do. Just like, what am I supposed to do? Go to someone? After all, I am your #1 fan. My mom's like, look, if you're not going to ask her for her number, what if I gave her your number? What if I did that? I'm like, Mom, no. Moms are not the best wingmen. I don't know if you know that. I would just love for her to be like, hey, look, I know you're trying to like make ends meet and like topple the patriarchy and just make sense of this shitty world, but my son over there thinks you're cute. Here's his number. Call him back. I'm not doing that. Then the British guy pipes up. He goes, I have an idea. What if I gave her your number? And I was like, that's not a bad idea, actually. The reason that the British people were able to conquer the world for spices that they didn't use was because every time that they went to go take over some indigenous people, they sent this charming-ass emissary on the shore. You know, they sent like Sir Paul Smith. Oh, hello, my name is Mr. Paul Smith. We are here to take over your country through centuries of oppression and trade. And if you don't like it, we're going to pump your country full of opium and smallpox. So, you know, God save the Queen and all that good stuff. And just, that is the best idea I had ever heard. But at that point, the waitress had heard that whole conversation and she gave us this look. Really? When I flirt, I like to use something called Fabian tactics. Punic Wars fans, woo! Fabian tactics come from the Roman general Fabius, who his whole strategy during the Punic Wars was he didn't directly engage his enemy. He would like fight defensively, pick off scouting parties, and try and limit his enemy's movement in any way he can. And I just realized how rapey that sounded. But yeah, Fabian tactics when you're flirting isn't anything like that. It's you compliment someone's skirt and then wait 6 months before doing anything else. That's what Fabian tactics are for flirting. Fabian flirting. I had that whole strategy confronted recently. I was at my mom's house, and she had me take her dogs to the dog park because she lets me do laundry at her place. So it's like a tit-for-tat thing we got going. I took her dogs to the park, and there was this beautiful girl there. She was, you know, she was like 5'9", red hair, green eyes. And I don't really know what to do, because I can't do Fabian tactics at this, right, because we're never going to meet again. But my mom's dog Thor is a Labrador. He did me a solid. He started playing with her dog, which means she had to talk to me. Fuck yeah! She sits down, is that your dog? Yada yada. And the conversation was going great. It turns out that when I don't instigate something, it goes great for me. I am George Costanza. So we were talking, and eventually it got to the point where we were asking each other what we did for a living. She's like, what do you do for a living? I go, oh, I'm a copy editor. What do you do for a living? And she goes, oh, SAMO. To those people who don't know, SAMO refers to Santa Monica High. Because we're in Santa Monica. So I go, oh, you teach at Santa Monica High? She's like, no, I go to Santa Monica High. I'm 25, I probably should have mentioned that. Yeah, so now I'm at an impasse because I can't continue this conversation the way I wanted to before. Before it was being flirting, now it's like this weird sort of nice day outside. Like, I'm basically sitting on the bench with her, trying to figure out how to get out of this dog park, which you can't do immediately. The problem with leaving a dog park is you have to take your dogs with you. So all that devolved into was me trying to awkwardly get out of this conversation while wrangling 2 dogs. So the 2 dogs my mom has, Thor the Labrador that I mentioned, and also this dachshund, who was immediately ready to go. I was like, Aki, come on. She's like, everything's bigger than me. I hate everyone. Let's go. I'm coming with you. Labrador was like, are you kidding? I just spent 10 minutes playing with this fucking beagle so you could have your chance, and you're making me leave after 10 minutes? Nah, right off. I think I have high enough self-esteem to where I can be up here and talk to you guys about nothing, but low enough self-esteem that I like to play this game called Classmate Roulette. You guys know what that is? Classmate Roulette is a game that I invented, and it's what happens when you go, man, I wonder what that girl from my math class is doing nowadays. And then you look them up on Facebook and you get sad, because every single time I have played Classmate Roulette, it always blows up in my face. And part of the reason for that is I went to a middle and high school with a lot of celebrities' kids. Like Larry David's daughter was in my class, Sam Raimi's son, Eli Roth. Like All these people were just people that were growing up alongside me. So now whenever I look them up, they're like, in the industry. And I'm like doing stand-up comedy and like trying my best at it. So this last time I played classmate roulette, I looked up a girl I had a math class with, we barely talked. She wrote an episode of The Goddamn Simpsons, which is like, that's objectively successful. That's not even like best insurance salesman in the tri-state area. It's The Simpsons! I just need one crack whore. Can I just get one, like, at the least somebody who got married immediately after college, got married, had 2 kids, and is vaguely unsatisfied with themselves. I just need one of those. If I had looked this girl up when I wasn't at my current job, I would have offed myself immediately. I used to work at a weed dispensary. I used to work at a weed dispensary, and I was the receptionist, which is kind of like saying you play on a baseball team, except you're the bat boy. You're not really doing anything related to weed. You're just kind of being like, okay, that looks vaguely legal, go on in. The worst time I ever got high was at that job, because that was just part of your job duties. When you worked at a weed dispensary, you have your bosses coming in and be like, smoke this blunt, that's an order. Which is crazy to me. But what happened was this lady was coming in with a sample of an edible gummy called Green Hornet, which probably should have been a tip-off right away, but it wasn't. My brain went, ooh, it's gummy candy, so I ate the whole thing. An hour later, I'm going to pick up a pen off the floor and just... I look like if the Iron Giant passed out drunk. That's basically what I want to look like. So I'm super baked at work, and I have a show to get to that night. And what do? Do I call an Uber like a responsible driver, drive high, get a DUI? No. I, Atlas Novack, high as a kite, got in my car, turned on the Avenue Q soundtrack, turned on the AC as high as it would go. Now I'm driving down the 405 sitting, shine brighter, making me, oh shit, it's a cop, making me feel glad that I'm not you. So I get to this show, I'm still wasted, and the host comes up and like, hi, I got high at work for work, and I'm still really high. Can you put me like at the end of the order so I have time to sober up? And she goes, fine, and I didn't. And when it was my turn to go on stage, this is basically how it started. Like, just look at this. Like, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Atlas Novack. All right, who here got work at high as part of their job and is still currently high? And the way my friends tell it is, like, the rest of your set was fine, just that first 10 seconds was crazy. The next morning, I woke up, and I had an envelope that just said, Atlas, $1,023, written on the front, and that amount of money inside. Turns out I got paid and just completely forgot about it, so that was fun. I'll leave you guys with this. I have a good friend of mine who, she is getting hounded by a dude, I'm sure all you gals know about this, that, hey, a month later, hey, like just that text over and over. And she's getting sick of it, so she enlisted my help. She said, I want to send him running for the hills. I'm going to send him a dick pic. I was like, that's a great idea. And she goes, can you be the dick for that dick pic? I was like, you know, Google Images exists, right? Like, you don't need me for this. I did all. She's like, yeah, but he keeps spoofing phone numbers. I feel like he can reverse image search it, so I wanted yours because it looks like a pirate sword just a little bit. I'm like, okay, if we're gonna have the Robin Hood of dick pics, this is the first dick pic used for good. I want you to go all out. I want proper lighting. I want professional photographers. I want a top hat. And I want an I'm a stupid t-shirt. The arrow can point whichever way you find funniest. I was Atlas Novack. You guys were great.